Hi guys, in this video I'm going to go over problem 2 in your homework and help you out with this, and this is going to be very helpful for your quiz. There's going to be a lot of several concepts in this problem that if you understand them you'll be able to answer uh, at least two, probably more questions on your chapter 10 quiz. So this is a very important problem to do and understand. So we have a company that is a profit maximizing firm that hires labor in a perfectly competitive labor market and sells its product in a perfectly competitive output market. So the first thing we're being asked to do is to define the marginal revenue product of labor. Now, if you look back at your chapter, you'll see that that is the marginal product of labor times the price, or you can say that it's the marginal uh, physical product times the marginal revenue, because in a perfectly competitive market or a firm, marginal revenue equals price. Okay, and that's in your book, so you shouldn't have any problem with part A of this. Okay, now we need to draw a graph, and this may be a little bit tricky, so I want to help you out here. And this is going to be very important. This is going to be um, if you understand this graph, you'll be able to answer several of your quiz questions. So anyway, so using a correctly labeled side-by-side graphs show each of the following: the equilibrium wage in the labor market, the labor supply curve that the firm faces. So this is, okay, the supply of workers into the firm, and the number of workers the firm will hire. So what is this supposed to look like? What do you need to draw here? Well, it needs to look like this. So uh, it's funny. Most of the graphs that you can find online, the firm is on the left and the market is on the right. But it seems to me to make more sense to start with the market on the left and sort of work over to the firm. So if we look at the market here, we can see a typical supply and a demand curve for labor in the market, where the wage rate is on the vertical axis and the quantity of labor is on the horizontal axis. And it's just basically, where that market labor supply and demand equilibrium is. Now, when we extend that over to the firm, the important thing to know here is that for the firm, the wage rate set by the market, because this is a perfectly competitive wage market, so the wage is set for the firm, that's going to end up being the firm's supply of labor. So the actual wage rate here in the market ends up being the firm's horizontal supply curve for labor. So we just simply extend that over to here. And then the marginal revenue product of labor is the firm's demand. So this is going to be, this curve right here is going to be equal to the demand curve for the firm in terms of labor. So we just simply draw that as a downward sloping curve here. And so as you can see, as wages get lower, the firm is going to hire more workers, but they want to find that point where the demand curve intersects with the supply curve, which is right here. And that's going to be where the firm is going to higher. This is going to be where the is going to dictate the quantity of labor that the firm will hire. Okay, so that's what that should look like. Now, what else do we need to do here? Let's go back. Company XYZ develops a new technology that increases its labor productivity. So currently, this technology is not available to any other firm. For company XYZ, explain how the increased productivity will affect each of the following: the wage rates and the number of workers hired. Okay, well, first of all, because only this firm has this new technology, the wage rates in the market are not going to change at all. The wage rates are set here in the market, but the firm, and let me grab my other, the firm is going to be able to shift its labor demand curve, or its marginal revenue product, out to the right, because each of the workers is going to become more productive. So at every wage rate, the marginal revenue product is higher. So we're going to shift that out, and we're going to mark that with this. This is, let me just say, a marginal revenue product for labor 2. And we're going to find at this point, and because wage rate does not change, that just simply means that the firm is going to be able to hire more labor. And we can just mark that right there, like so. And they're going to end up at this point right here. Okay, so that's what happens if an individual firm is able to develop a system that makes every one of its workers more productive. Okay, and I think that takes care of problem 2. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's everything for that. Okay, all right. Stay tuned for problem 3.